Morning guys, this is Artun here working on a 2018 Sahara, doing spark plugs. In order to do spark plugs on this one, you have to remove a couple things. Let's put this back on here for you guys. Right here you would have to remove the intake hose. There's two 10s right here. There's a plug right here for the intake temperature sensor. There's a couple clips with the harness here that holds it to the sensor. You got to remove the 8mm here to remove it from the throttle body. You also got to do the 8mm here. You remove this hose from that clip from here. Move this to the side. You also got to remove this cover off the top. It goes up on top of the manifold. There's two T30 screws, one here and one on this hole. So you remove both of those. After that, you gotta unclip a couple of the clips to the intake manifold. There's a clip back here for this sensor here, which I believe it's the barometric air sensor. I believe mass air, not the mass airflow, the MAP sensor, mass absolute pressure. There's a hose here, right here on this side of it, right here. There's an Egr valve that you got to remove. I already got some of the spark plugs out on this one. There's a couple clips that you got to remove. There's this clip right here. You got to remove it to the side. There's a couple 10s on this bracket here that hold on to these, which are right here. They're little nuts, 10mm nuts. That way you can get the manifold out. This is the Egr valve that I was talking about. You gotta remove it. Make sure you guys replace the gaskets here. Better get a better seal. This one looks like it's still the OEM one. There's also this hose that goes to it right here. I removed the two 10s that are here that go to the back of this, and then there's also two 10s here, and you also remove the clip here. There's two 10s that go right there where the hose meets. Those are usually aluminum gaskets. If they're not torn, make sure you just put a little bit of what's it called, copper spray on them to make them seal good. Here are the spark plugs. They're right here are the holes for the 10mm screws that go to the coils, which are back there. Always make sure that you have a clean surface when you replace these. It'll give you a proper seal. Make sure you also clean the surface on the bottom of the manifold right here where they meet. This one's all oily, if you see. I also removed, which was this right here, which is the reservoir, the coolant reservoir. I moved it to the side. There's two 10mm screws right here and back here. Move those. I just moved it to the side, made it hold right there so it's out of the way. Basically, you got to remove certain things to get it out of the way. What I did is remove all the 8mm screws that are here. There's one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. Make sure if you remove them out of the way, it'll be easier to wiggle this out of the bracket that's down here, this black bracket. You usually pull it to the side. It'll be sitting kind of something like this. So what I did, I removed all the 8mm screws on the side, on this side, which are holding the manifold, and you wiggle it out this way. I just usually put it to the side here so I don't have to mess with any of the wires or disconnect that throttle body. That's basically it. On this side, you can get easy access to the coils. It's easier access than your driver's side. I usually put Champion spark plugs on this vehicle. That's what it usually calls for. Whoever did the spark plugs did NGKs and they didn't really torque them down, so they were pretty loose. It has a cylinder 5 misfire, so we'll see if this is the problem on this one. Most likely they didn't torque them right, and there could be the misfire because of that. Sorry, it's been a while. I just usually make videos that are not on YouTube for people to make sure that they're, to help them out, you know. Also, on top of the manifold, now that I'm seeing it, there's two 10mm screws here. Remember, this is a 2018. I've done older models and they don't have these. It's easier access to get on, get everything off. There's a couple hoses that go here that you gotta maneuver out of the way, like these here. You maneuver them out of the way so that they're not holding on right there, like this one too. This one goes right here. But that's basically it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for another video. Bye.